Let's now go to Seth Alale, who's also in Mombasa, but at a different location. Seth, where are you and what are the polling centers looking like now past closing time?
Well, good evening, Yvonne. What's happening here at Changamwe Shani polling station in Changamwe constituency? Actually, now this particular exercise now goes to the next stage, which will be the counting process, because officially now the polling station has been closed officially. So what's happening right now, we're having the presiding officer for this particular polling station just in agreement with all those involved, talking about the political parties' agents, just to make sure that they actually are in agreement that this particular session now goes from the voting and now to the counting stage. So any moment from now, you will see this particular ballot box, its seal now being officially broken to now signal the start of counting. And this happened just some few minutes ago, actually at exactly 5 p.m. This particular polling station, the Shani polling station in Changamwe constituency, its doors are officially closed as per now. Those voters who are already inside, of course, are being allowed just to continue, just to finalize the voting process. But all eyes right now are on the counting stage. And right now, any moment from now, these ballot boxes, actually in this particular polling station, about 13 of them will be opened and the voting will start, the counting actually will start immediately. Earlier on, I spoke to one of the presiding officers of Shani police station, that is Mr. Steve Otieno. Did say that everything went on as planned. There were no hitches in terms of the opening timing for this particular polling station. They said actually they were here like 5:30 a.m. and they were just testing in a last-minute test of the KIMS kit to ensure that they are functional, and at exactly 6 a.m. this station was opened. And so that one, of course, now gave a reason just to close the particular polling station after the required 11-hour wait, and that was 5 p.m. just 10 minutes ago. So right now the political parties agents, the presiding officer, they're just getting the forms, they're just getting the details, just to make sure that upon the start of the official counting process, there's no complaint, everyone is in agreement that yes, we have agreed now that we can now start counting. This is expected to be a little bit faster, Yvonne, considering the voter turnout. The presiding officer here in Shani indicating that the voter turnout was about 36%. This is just one polling station in Changamwe. In Jomvu, another constituency, there we witnessed actually a 16% turnout as per 1 p.m. and there was no indication that it would go up or rather it will scale up very high, but they say that they were estimating that the turnout will at least settle at between 20 and 24%. So quite maybe from the IBC officials, there may be some revelation that maybe the voter turnout for the Mombasa gubernatorial race or election was actually low than expected. And according to also some of the candidates who we spoke to earlier, including the UDA flag bearer, that in Hassan Omar Sarai, said that it was expected because it is some sort of a mini election, some sort of a by-election, and so some voters were not very keen on returning to the polling stations just after 20 days. And of course also there were issues also to do with the long wait, if I can put it that way. Remember that it was not the first but the second time IBC cancelled or postponed this particular exercise. And it's also a concern that was raised by the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya governor and the ODM candidate Abdul Swamad Sharif did say that there's a bit of fatigue crippling in among the voters, and so they urged IEBC just to move with speed and to make sure that the people of Mombasa, the 641,913 registered voters, exercise their democratic right, because there was that sort of feel that, you know, they're being denied that particular opportunity, that privilege. But today, this particular county that has a slight population of more than 1.2 million, according to the 2019 census, had an opportunity to take part of the 11-hour voting exercise that started in most polling stations. There are 1,041 polling stations. This exercise started at exactly 6 a.m. and right now it's now going and crossing over to the next stage, which will be the counting. It is estimated this also might take a shorter time, because we know that it is just one position that voters were actually voting or casting their votes for, and that is only the governor's position. And so any moment from now, after these procedures that we are seeing on live TV that involves the political party agents, the presiding officer, and anyone else that was involved in this particular exercise today, after it, then we will now head to counting. So we're still here in Changamwe, and we will of course be traversing all the 6 constituencies just to get to know what was the voter turnout, and as well as now how is the counting process ongoing. Back to you, Yvonne.
Seth, thank you very much from Changamwe in Mombasa County.